Hello. I wanted to welcome all of you again to an Ask the Attorney segment. It's not a law firm at night, and I wanted to welcome you here. One of the things I need you to do before we continue is to look at the disclaimer video that we have initially that talks about attorney-client privilege. Today's question is in regard to a person that got pulled over by a police officer. When he got pulled over, he went to go get his driver's license, as most of us do, and the next thing he knew, he had a gun literally in his face. And the question is, what did he do wrong? One of the things that happened when I was a prosecutor was I realized that police and law enforcement are pillars of the community, and we need them so much. But one of the things that we need them to do is to not only protect us, but their livelihood is more important than anything else. So because of that, their priority is their safety first. And with that, I'm going to give you several tips that when you get caught by a police officer for a traffic violation, you can be able to do these things and alleviate a lot of the problems that can occur in regard to safety. The first thing you need to do when you're caught by a police officer, turn on your interior lights, particularly if it's in the evening. The second thing you need to do is you need to open up your windows on both the driver's side as well as the passenger side. If you're in a very windy area, open it up just a fraction, just so that the police officer can be able to speak to you. The third thing you need to do is put both hands on the steering wheel. Do not reach for your driver's license. Do not do it. Put both hands on the steering wheel. If you're sitting in the passenger seat, put both hands on the dashboard. For those of you that are sitting in the back seat, put both hands on the headrest. And as soon as the police officer comes up to you, realizes that it's a safe situation, they will instruct you what to do, and it's normally to get your driver's license, registration, and insurance. Now, I always recommend having those three items photocopied in your car, because believe it or not, a lot of people keep those three things on them. And the last thing that you want to do is to be inconvenienced when a police officer comes up to you and pulls you over. For those of you that have immigrant families, what I always recommend is that you translate documents for them, because they're usually very fearful when they're caught by a police officer. I usually recommend for you to write on a piece of paper, you can type it or write it, several things. My name is, my driver's license number is such and such, my date of birth is such and such, my emergency contact information is such and such. By the way, you put somewhere on the paper, I do not speak English. Anytime they get pulled over by the police officer, they immediately hand it to the police officer, and hopefully everything works out well. Thank you very much. Look forward to seeing you again. Take care.